What's going on, troops? Good to see you again. Today, we are doing another fill from our double bass fills that dominate series, lesson series. And in this one, we're actually gonna dissect a pretty cool passage. We're not gonna look at just a single fill like we do in the past. It's actually a 4-bar phrase, and it's got a lot of cool stuff in it, so I know you're gonna dig it. And of course, who's doing this? None other than the legendary odd meter progressive rock fusion pioneer from the Dixie Dregs to Winger, Mr. Rod Morgenstein. And as you know, with all of these lessons, there's always a free PDF for you to download, especially for this one. Like I said, we're doing a 4-bar phrase. There's a lot of information here. You're gonna want that PDF to actually see the notation. Much easier to bring to your kit so you can apply it, learn it, dissect it, all that good stuff. Just hit the link below, grab that free PDF, and you'll be good to go. Now on to the lesson. Here we go. The fill, or the passage of music that we're gonna break down today, is from a Winger song called In the Day We'll Never See. It's off their second album called In the Heart of the Young. Rod, of course, plays some of the most musical, exciting drumming, song-supportive drumming on this album. It's just a great example of really musical drumming, which is what Rod is known for. And this particular passage, like I said, it's a 4-bar passage. It comes right before the last chorus, but the way the song is composed, it has these different syncopations, these different phrases that really lend it to the final crescendo to really push into that final chorus. So it's pretty cool. So like I said, this is a 4-bar passage of music that we're gonna dissect here. And the 4th bar is really the main double bass fill that we're gonna have some fun with. But I think it's really beneficial first to understand how Rod sets up this section, because he uses some pretty interesting rhythmic concepts. So starting in the first bar, he shifts into an 8th note triplet to establish a new accent pattern. And when you're playing anything that has like a straight 8th or 16th note type of time feel, when you go into an 8th note triplet phrase as a fill or part of a groove, I mean, this is super effective because it's shifting down into a noticeable gear. And it's really effective if you're going into like a halftime section, or in a section like this that is really more of like an accent ensemble figure section, where they're using, I guess you would call it like a dotted quarter note section, where you're accenting every 3 8th notes, every 3rd 8th note, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and that's what he's setting up here with these triplets. So let's check it out first and see how that transition works.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1,
All right, cool. So hopefully you can hear how effective those 8th note triplets are in setting up that dotted quarter note accent pattern. And like I said, this leads right into the last 2 bars of this section that we're gonna dissect right now. Okay, so this next bar is really interesting. That accent pattern that you've been playing since the 2nd bar actually resolves on the and of beat 1. Then starting on beat 2, Rod starts playing this broken 16th note pattern using upbeat 16th notes and 8th notes, moving down the toms, and it almost feels like it's out of time. And honestly, I mean, that's one of my favorite things about Rod. He's just a master at using syncopated rhythms that give the sensation that the train's about to go off the tracks, but because he's so locked into the pulse, he knows exactly where he is at all times. And that tension he creates really adds to the setup for the last big fill. It's just masterfully done. So let's just get comfortable with this rhythm first on the snare drum. And then once we get a handle of that, we'll move it down. We'll orchestrate it down the toms just the way Rod does.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Now, as we take this rhythm and orchestrate it down the toms, just use the right hand. Obviously, if you're playing a right-handed kit. I know Rod is a southpaw. He'll play the left hand, so I'm pretty sure he played left hand as he orchestrated this. But the one variation that I want you to be aware of, that very last note that we're playing, that of beat 4 on the snare, make sure to play that with your left hand. That's really going to help. That sticking is really going to help you transition into the final fill. Okay, so let's do that.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so finally, let's check out the big fill that we've been setting up. And this is basically one of our go-to hand-foot double bass fills. We know it, we love it. 4 notes with the hands, 2 notes with the feet, played as 16th note triplets, starting on beat 1, right? This fill starts on beat 1. But here's the catch. We're not going to play a full bar of it. This fill actually ends on beat 4, and then we got an accent on that and a 4. It's a push. It's an anticipation. And we want to make sure that we're supporting that because the rest of the band is doing it. And that's one of our main jobs as drummers, is to support everyone rhythmically. So when we play this, make sure that we have a good handle of where we are, what beat we're on, so we know where to start. And more importantly, in this case, knowing where to stop so we can get that nice anticipation. We're going to first do it just on the snare, just to get comfortable with it, and then we'll orchestrate it.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cool, now let's just orchestrate it. Pretty simple. Left hand's going to stay on tom 1 the whole time. Right hand is going to move in between the snare and the floor tom. So on beat 1, we have snare, high tom, floor tom, high tom, kick, kick. And then on beat 2, we have snare, high tom, snare, high tom, kick, kick. Beat 3 is just like beat 1, snare, high tom, floor tom, high tom, kick, kick. And then just hit a nice snare on beat 4, hit that crash on the and a 4 for that anticipation. You do that, you're golden. There you go. Let's give it a shot.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And as a PSA, I always have to say that whenever we play hand-foot fills, especially double bass fills, the key to making sure we're not cheating any of these notes and making it sound amazing is that every note has to have the exact same amount of space between it. And that's really what gives the fill, that clean, confident, powerful, articulate, strong sound that we're going for. But once we start orchestrating it around the kit, it's really easy to get distracted and lose sight of that. And then sometimes we have a tendency to squash those 2 bass drum notes that just sound terrible. It sounds like this.
3, 4.
Okay, I think we can all agree that sounds pretty disgusting. We don't want to play like that. We don't like disgusting fills. We like clean, powerful, strong, purpose-driven fills. And the key to that, like I said, making sure all the spaces in between the notes are even. But the other component too is also making sure that the dynamic evenness of everything you play is consistent. When that's there with the same amount of space between the notes, a nice even subdivision, you're good to go. Should sound something like this.
3, 4.
All right, so hopefully you can hear the difference between those two examples. If not, then I completely failed, but pretty sure it's pretty clear. And that's, if you take anything away from this lesson, that'll make me happy. That's the most important thing, is just playing clean, being aware of what you're playing. And that's what we do with double bass fills that dominate. And one of the best ways to also work on this as well is just to kind of improvise with it. So we could take these two voicings, these 16th note triplet fills that we're working on with these two different orchestrations, and just improvise with it. And that's a fantastic way of really starting to get that into your vocabulary, your own vocabulary. So let's just improvise with this for a little bit.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4.
All right, here it is, the grand finale. Let's put all 4 bars together. We're going to take it nice and slow. We're really going to be focusing on the pulse, on the click, especially as we move through all these different note values. I mean, we got 8th notes, we got 16th notes, we got 8th note triplets, 16th note triplets. This is a notation souffle. This is exciting stuff. But don't let that scare you, because we've worked on it, each component individually. And just count it out loud, check out your PDF, you'll be good to go. Once you do that, then put on the headphones, try to play along. That's super fun when we get to dissect something and really understand what the drummer's doing, and then play it along note for note. What an awesome, rewarding feeling that is. So here we go. Let's try to do all 4 bars, see how it sounds, and whew,
1,
let's make it happen.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Alrighty, troops, how did you do? Were you able to follow along? Well, if you grab that PDF, like I said, I'm sure you already have it mastered. No problem, no factor here. My hope is that this gave you some fresh ideas about how to use different note values to create interesting sections of songs or transitions, and of course, drum fills. Rod Morgenstein is such a master at this stuff, as you can tell, and taking his ideas and ideas from other drummers, I just love doing this. Hopefully you get the value from it as well, where we can dissect every little detail and really understand it, absorb it, and then take it to the kit, put on the headphones, try to play along to it and try to nail it. It's a real fun challenge, but pretty rewarding as well. And that's what I'm offering you. Hopefully you do that. If you do it, let me know in the comments below how it goes, and if there's any other passages or fills that are interesting that we could break down here, I'd love to hear about it. So if you got some value from this lesson, please like, share, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Helps out this channel a ton and also lets me know what you're most interested in. So that way I can keep creating the lessons you want to learn. It's a total win-win. As always, thank you for checking out this lesson. I greatly appreciate it. Until next time, what are we doing? Staying focused, practicing with purpose. We'll see you soon.